Because if I remember, the lore that we uncovered last session gave us some scary realizations.
Yes, the lizard folk used to be fucking massive, apparently.
Oh yeah, there's like a
Yes!
a
That
devolving
being one of
process.
them!
Yeah, the lizard folk used to be as
I do
big
have
as
notes about
fucking
it.
heffalumps.
I have notes about devolution.
Mm-hmm.
How apparently at one point they were friends with the Soul Empire, which is interesting.
And we know that these
Like,
crystals channel light somehow.
Pyre is like every time Pyre goes on an archaeology expedition so far, or does anything to do with archaeology in this campaign, she literally finds out more and more about how the Soul Empire was used to not be full of assholes. She keeps learning that they actually did a lot of good stuff.
Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
being an asshole is an evolutionary process. We all started as one whole ass to mouth after all.
What?
I
I
that's
pardon?
so we don't have time to get into it, but the formation of creatures like humans, it begins with one orifice, which is usually just essentially what will become the ass to mouth.
Ah,
And
I
you know, it
see.
becomes it becomes your process, you know, as you develop.
Still, just hearing that without any other context is
It has an actual
funny.
scientific thing that I learned in college, but I don't remember what it is because all I remembered was ass to mouth. Sorry.
No,
I mean,
it's
that
fine.
does seem like the most memorable.
Please, Slan, no, do not remind me of that movie.
God.
I was thinking of the song Red Flags,
No,
which happens to be about the movie, but
no. Red Flag, that song also just creeps me out a little bit.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
we learned a lot apparently, and every time Slaya goes, not Slaya, Pyre goes on one of these expeditions, like she found out apparently the dwarves and the Soul Empire are really close friends. That the dwarves helped with the taming of the dragons the Soul Empire used. Now she's learning that apparently at one point the lizard folk were fucking ginormous
Mm-hmm.
and had
Yes, they
built
were
this
quite
temple
large
and
and
sealed something
intelligent.
away with the Soul Empire. It's just,
And we're about to unseal it.
I think it's already been unsealed.
I think, yeah,
Well,
maybe
we're gonna
that's
go
what
even
happened on the
further.
day. Because the problem started on the solstice, right? That's what they were talking about?
Yeah, like, whatever this thing is probably got released accidentally during the solstice.
Or intentionally.
Well, I was gonna say there wasn't. It was like it would have been like perfect, right? Hold on, I
I
feel
mean,
like I had a note
it
about
could be
that.
that the Soul Empire still has records of this stuff, so if they did, then that would just mean that they just decided, you know what? Let's just unleash a horrible monster that we had to work with another race to seal long ago. Nothing
No,
bad
let's
will
just.
happen.
How it probably went down is we need to have a lot of power if we're going to be able to take this thing down, whatever it is. What we can do is seal it away, and then we'll set up these mechanisms so that it will be unsealed on the solstice, and then we will be here at the height of our power, and we will be able to strike it down.
If
Except,
anyone
now the solstice
proposes this
came and
theory to
gone.
you, Pyle, as
I
he
am.
is,
Am I
he,
talking in character right now? No, I am not.
It might be
okay,
important that you
your words are
do.
all kind of slurred. I'm not really sure.
Honestly, I can see if you're composing this theory to Pyre as she's like writing stuff
River doesn't
down.
have the knowledge to propose this theory to Pyre.
Well,
I,
there are these pictures that were drawn on the walls that are, I
and
think,
Pyre's
kind of
like
telling us what's
translating
happening.
for the party essentially.
Right, right.
There is so there isn't too much of an unbelievable gap of Fjorgrim could piece this together.
Pyram could piece this together, but he's not that bright.
But, yes, you are all standing in the hallway.
And I do think, I don't know how important it's gonna be, but we should remember that the older kinds of lizard folk from back in the day could raise their arms above their heads. They had less muscle bulk. They could rotate their shoulders all the way.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
something I find more interesting is that when they were bigger, they didn't have so much of a muscle issue. It's almost as if
Alright,
the
Pyre, which way
consolidation
should
of
we
their
go?
muscles has led to an issue in the long run to the fact that they're shrinking. just Pyre just muttering softly as he's walking.
Pyre, you're so smart.
Oh, I'm just kind of. Pyre just looks up from her book. Huh? Oh, just working with theories and figuring out. I mean, not too much of a leap to imagine that the consolidation of their muscle mass due to shrinking over time has led to an issue of there just not being enough room for their muscles to be able to work properly, and so their bodies have just seemingly adapted to the strangeness of not being able to lift their arms above their head. Which is
Right.
still a very
Right.
weird trait to end up evolving.
I really am proud of you, Pyre. You're shining here in this moment. Literally and figuratively. I can't look at you for too long. This is a tight hallway. As Lily like rounds the corner. Which way were we going? Were we going down or up?
We were going down, if I remember right.
Alright, then she pushes past Pyre as we go this way. Well, next to Pyre. She's walking with Pyre.
Yeah. What do you see, Fjorgrim?
Look with your dwarven eyes.
What do your dwarven
Hello?
eyes see?
A door.
That,
Is it a
which door?
nice wall? Is it damp?
Oh, wait. I can't see Lily on the map. Oh, there you are. You got clipped in the wall.
There's a
No!
wall. Or assuming it's a wall.
I'm right behind Pyre.
There. And there are doors.
I just got a letter with a really cool stamp of a guy in the center of a maze, and it says D&D USA Forever.
Ooh.
Gonna try and get a picture of it for you. Now, the letter's
Fuck
actually
yeah.
addressed to my dad, which is weird, because if this is what I think it is, I definitely ordered it. Let me see if I can't get you all a picture of the stamp. Oh, so PB, guess what?
What?
It took over a year, but behold.
Oh my god!
It's framed.
I need to get mine framed. Mine's still in the tube.
The
Oh, you don't want to keep it in the tube too long, but
I know.
yeah.
I know.
I know you don't
just...
really have anywhere to properly flatten it out, and you do not want Chi to shred it.
Exactly. Yeah, and I just haven't had the time or the ability to get a proper frame.
Cool, stamp saved. And let's see what this is. It's a card I ordered.
D&D USA Forever. It's just A posing in the middle of a maze.
I don't think he's A-posing. It looks more like to me like he's like, who's next? Come and fight me.
I mean, yeah, but
In the
it
middle
kind
of
of
a
looks like a
maze, no
default
less.
pose for a video game character as well, though.
So it concerns me when this card wasn't even shipped in like a sleeve.
No, that's completely fair.
Hmm.
But I just got a letter.
Just got a
Okay, so
letter.
where are you looking?
Uh, what do your dwarvish eyes see?
A
Could you ping
wall,
on the map what you're looking at?
a door.
There's
This
more than
door?
one door.
Yes, here. A wall, a door, a door.
Okay, so if you're looking at the door down south, it is a large, heavy door, similar to the one above.
Hmm.
Slightly
We're probably
less
not getting
ornate,
to
but
that.
equal in size.
Interesting.
On a scale to 1 to door, you'd rate it a very solid door.
Let's use the door over here.
I will follow the dwarf.
You open the door and you find another long hallway.
Oh, so many
Hmm.
hallways.
The room you've passed through is mostly barren and watered away, but you can find faint traces of what looks like powdered substances and frayed tapestries that might have once hung on the wall. Now only thin threads dangle from warped rods.
Hmm. If only we could see what these ones looked like.
And this
You,
is why dwarves carve everything in stone.
is there?
You gotta enjoy tapestries.
Do you don't want any of this powder for your vials, powder, pyre?
Pyre just thinks for a moment.
I mean, it's everywhere, and it could also be explosive.
I gotta check the
But
powder.
maybe don't blow it up.
Can I do an
It
investigation on
could
the
just be
powder?
ash.
Roll investigation.
Oh, I'm stuck at the door again.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Drag click over you. Damn it. Lily Bear, quickly! Mitosis!
What did you do?
Mitosis. Boop. I'm literally stuck at the door. Hold on.
I moved you out.
Thank you.
It's a very tricksy door.
Investigation. 25.
As you lick this dust, you can taste calcium with a hint of quartz.
Calcium. There's some clear signs of quartz. Interesting. Aspire will note this into her notebook. Hold on. Cheat, please. Apologies. Chi has been very, very naughty lately because my family won't let her upstairs at all now.
Oh.
It's all because my sister decided to get some rats. And she has figured out how to open doors, and my sister is very afraid that she's going to get into her room and kill her rats. Apologies. Anyways, where were
That's
we?
okay. Sorry, I messed up a bunch of chords.
Right. Write this down.
Do you proceed down to the room below?
Oh yes. Pyre, did you just want to taste the calcium in quartz, or are you taking some with us?
And
You don't have to.
And Pyro just shake her head. No, it's weird, but definitely not something to take a sample of. As
Okay.
Pyro will move down to follow the Fjordgum.
Mm-hmm.
You enter a large circular chamber. It has a domed roof. Inside are various slabs carved from stone, each shattered, broken, or torn from the very rock foundation from which it was hewn. To the right side is what was once a large stone brazier, now cracked and broken into pieces. You can tell some imagery may have once covered the walls, but it has been gouged and scarred off. To the left, you see a door. It lays broken in two.
There's a what in the middle?
Did you hear my...
Yeah, sorry, my mind blinked for a moment.
You enter a large circular stone chamber with tall domed roof. Inside are various stone slabs that have been broken, shattered, or otherwise torn from the very rock foundation from which they were hewn. To the right side is a large stone brazier, now broken into many pieces. You can tell reliefs and images were once carved into the walls, but now each has been gouged, scarred, and otherwise defaced, leaving it indecipherable. To the left side, you see another stone door, this one broken in two.
Ah. Pyre's going to kind of like look around this room. Huh. You get any readings from this, Fjordgum?
Eh?
Any readings about this room? And she just kind of looks around herself.
There's a lot of stone.
Any dwarvish vibes?
What would you need all these stone slabs for?
Not really.
The dwarf does not have comment to make on this room of all stone, after commenting how dwarves carve everything of all stone.
But it's dwarvish stonework, I tell you that.
Okay, one moment. I just saw this. We'll glad to get my other monitor. There's so many things going on here, and I love it.
Why did they make Nigel look like that?
I know. Why is
Slayer,
Nigel
that's
buff?
canonical for what we did. I just want you to know.
Yep.
I know. It's just, dear God, man. Yep.
Look at the mayor's tramp stamp.
I know. The mayor has a tramp stamp.
That's really funny.
Like, I'm not surprised, though.
Of all Cartoon Network characters, he probably would, yeah.
Is that Princess Bubblegum on a jet ski?
Probably? Yep,
Really?
no, that is.
Oh, and look, she's doing the whole gliding thing with Finn, and I see, that's clever.
Oh god, they also... No, I'm not gonna share this one. This one's a bit too weird.
No, share it, you have to now.
Okay, hold on. I gotta post this in not safe for work one because this one's just weird.
Okay, except for the one thing. This is just Asuka being really annoyed at Shinji. You can tell from her bandages she probably recently got discharged from the hospital, which is why Nurse Joy is also there, probably there to help make sure Asuna gets home safely. Meanwhile, Shinji's just being Shinji. And then the racer guy's just taking the subway.
That's Speed Racer.
Yeah, Speed Racer. It's just those two who are
It's just Miss Bellin and the mayor that are
Mm-hmm.
Why are you dressed like that on the subway, sir? Actually, don't answer that.
You
I'm
don't
too
know
scared.
where he's at. Look at him.
Yeah, no.
Clearly, she's the one in charge of where they go. He's just along for the ride.
Yes, indeed, but still, it's one of those
Okay,
things of dear
okay.
God.
So, that is all you are able to tell within this room.
Well, there's a door. As by our gestures. Let's
Is
go
that Professor Jane Joma Utonium?
Yes. Professor Newtonium and Nigel.
You enter another long stone corridor.
Yes. Rock. And stone.
So much stone.
Oh, there's a path up here. Right.
That is broken rubble.
Oh, okay.
Like, you can
There
just see through it to
was
see
a
there's
path.
another door, but it's mostly all caved in. You don't think you'd be able to move it.
Shit. Well then, let's keep moving. Right. Going to approach this door.
It is sealed.
I open the door.
The door does not open.
Damn.
Shit. What is the door made of?
Stone, like all the other doors.
Damn it, I can't break it down.
What about this way?
No, Caleb, I just said that was blocked off.
Oh, you didn't block that button off, though.
Because there's a hole just big enough to see through.
Slant,
Big enough to move through.
I have a spell. Hold on.
Feargrim, she didn't realize she could do a two-way wall or something like that.
No, I
This
just
door's a
didn't bother.
bust. Oh, okay.
Bad news, Pyre. I guarantee these doors are definitely bigger than 5 feet in any dimension. I can't help you.
How tall are these doors?
They're about 16 feet tall.
Yeah, no, sorry. No, don't worry. I just wanted to make sure.
I
Oh,
could
okay,
essentially
this is an
make a
interesting
peeping
room.
hole.
What do we see?
That room is not there.
Oh, the stuff in here does not exist?
Yeah. That one I did forget to block off.
Ah,
Fair.
alright. Well, there's a door here. I opened the door.
Mm-hmm.
I see things inside the door.
You enter this room and have to clutch the wall to avoid tripping and falling. A thin stone walkway curves around a column in the center with a strange orb set in it. Looking out, everything else is just thick, dust-laden mist. A stone dislodged by your foot as you enter crumbles down below. You can hear it clattering off the stone walls, echoing, before even that fades away. But you never hear a point of contact.
I see. Well, this is not good. Alright, everyone be careful. I do not know how deep this drop is, but it's probably not good.
I have a feeling it would not be survivable.
Yeah, it's probably all just...
But let's not find out, shall we?
Yeah,
Everybody hold hands on the walkway.
exactly. Can I discern any details about the room other than what you described, or...
No.
Alright. So let's just continue. Fjordgrim, lead.
Mm.
Lead on, our brave dwarf.
Son of a bitch. No, I got it. Ignore me. I really thought I locked myself in a door again. I'm okay.
No, you're fine. What do your dwarfish eyes see?
A door.
Did he open the door?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Let's have a look.
This door is ever so slightly ajar, allowing you the purchase you need to push it open the rest of the way.
Oh, good.
What's inside the door?
A hallway.
Hmm.
This hallway enters up into a larger connective hallway. You can see multiple doors ahead, and as you step through the cross section, your foot crosses a rune, which causes a strange aura to flicker and rise up as a stone in the wall goes a very dull, hazy yellow. These symbols almost appear to be some sort of writing, but they're too faint to make out.
Hmm. Can I try sketching out the general shape of the runes?
Unfortunately, no. They are too vague. They do not have enough solid shape to decipher what is and is not meant to be writing.
Okay. Is there anything I could be able to discern of the floor rune?
The what?
The rune that Fjordgrim stepped on.
Ah. As you examine these runes, you can tell that there are a couple in points, and while you're not quite sure what the runes say, you get the idea that by stepping over the threshold, he has triggered whatever they are meant to be.
Alright. Looks like a standard activation rune. Can't discern anything other than that. Hmm. That's why I was just gonna kind of look around, just sigh. I wish we could be able to discern more than, well, vagueness. Gestures at the wall runes.
Yeah.
Who knows what these could be saying?
You're saying you need to see more clearly.
Well, no, here's the thing, Pyre just points out. I think more the magic behind these has faded or at least weakened over time. I mean, notice they're very blurry and indiscernible. It's hard to be able to tell what they're supposed to be saying.
So you need to see more clearly, is what you're saying.
No, no, Feargrim, they need to be more clear.
That's what I'm saying.
But it's not you can't see with your eyes. That it's too
Eroded.
yeah.
Yes,
What
thank you,
happens if
Lily
you do
Bear.
a rubbing, Pyre? Does anything is it the same? Does it just look like gobbledygook?
Uh, No, runes don't exactly work that way unless they're carved. Wait, are these runes carved in, or are they just more like magical projection?
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's my
Which
bad.
ones?
The ones that lit up when Feargrim crossed
Yeah,
the
no,
threshold.
those are more like it's more like a minor illusion effect that's degraded over a long period of time.
Got it. And
Yeah,
the one on the
no,
floor?
unfortunately I can't. Unless you know how to be able to make a rubbing of magic.
Daylight.
I don't know if that will help.
Too bad I cast it.
Alright.
That's fine. It gives me a second to look at my spells.
Does anything happen at the Feargrim deploying today?
In this room, yes. As it hits this gem, the gem shines brightly, and the runes seem to fizzle and pop and waver, sizzling, before suddenly they ignite in a more clearly defined gold and white aura.
Oh,
Oh,
well.
nice.
Hey, you're welcome. I just told you needed to see more clearly.
It, to be fair, I didn't really know what you meant exactly.
Well, actually, you flash bombed my eyeballs, but I'm sure once I stop seeing circles, I'll be able to see the runes just fine.
Pyre will start looking over the runes now. Am I able to discern anything of them now that they're more visible and clear?
You were able to copy down the runes, though their exact meaning is not clear to you.
Alright. Pyre will just look at them for a moment before she will uh copy them into the Book of Catalogue with a request to Catalogue if she knows the translation of these runes.
Give me a religion check.
Yes. It's 14.
You get no response.
Ah. I think Catalogue is still a little mad at me.
You know, that's fair. It's probably both of us. It's fine. We'll start working on drafts of the good book as we walk.
You do see, though, another door this way.
Well, if it's the only door we can access, let us go. As Pyre will push open the door and start walking through. Oh.
Pyle, you were able to tell fairly easily this is a kitchen. A very old, very decayed kitchen, but a kitchen nonetheless.
Alright. uh, Pyre will look around the kitchen. She's not hopeful of finding food here. As she will kind of look over the place.
All you find is mold. It
Aw.
is live mold, though.
Huh.
A kind of fungal growth coating most everything.
Okay, that's interesting.
Lily, as you enter, could I get a con save?
Oh yeah. Is it like wet in here, Pyre?
No.
You enter this room and begin
14.
to immediately wheeze and gag. It
Eee.
feels like the very air is grainy.
Pyre, this is terrible. Why is it spicy?
Pyre just kind of looks up. Oh, that's because this room is full of life mold. That's Pyre will try to find a door so everyone can quickly get out.
Pyre, what the fuck?
The door above is blocked off and completely blown over, but the door above is actually open a crack.
What? Sucks.
Pyre will just kind of put a cloth over Lily Bear's mouth, just like, don't breathe it in.
Okay, doing my best, but you know I'm a talker.
You're a what now?
I'm a talker. I can't help but talk and breathe.
Lily, you are going to take
No.
6
My
poison
lungs.
damage.
Okay, come on, let's get you out of here. Pyre opens the cracked open door.
This is awful.
This hallway is absolutely choked with the fungus.
Ooh.
Fungus bad.
Fielgum, as you enter, could I get a con save?
Mm-hmm. Against what?
Poisonous mold?
Cool, I get advantage. 17.
Okay. Fielgum, you are coughing and wheezing, your eyes are watering, but your dwarvish constitution is enough that you avoid the worst of the effects.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try this door first.
In this room, also thick with mold. However, underneath the spreading spores, you are able to see a towering slab of quartz. With,
Oh.
even from this dim light, clearly defined cuts along its surface.
Interest has been piqued as I approach the giant quartz.
Mm-hmm. Lily and Fielgum, what are you doing?
I'm desperately trying to walk with Pyre to not inhale more than I already have.
Okay, as you enter this room, Lily, you are going to take another 7 poison damage. Fielgum, as you enter the room, can I get another con save?
Hey, where are you moving me?
So I just didn't want you to get stuck in the door.
Oh, wait, Slayer, hold
Where are you
the
going
masses.
this way?
Would it have changed anything if my con save was actually a 16?
No.
Then never mind, but I get +2 to poison
Fielgum
resistance
just
checks.
made the AC.
What was it?
17.
Okay. That's okay. It would have been close though.
Remember being near me gave you a +5.
To
To a
all
con
saves?
save?
Pretty sure?
I
Well,
don't
'cause
think there's a
regardless of
Palinora
my-
that just gives Comp Blanc +5 to all saves.
Let me see. Is it all saves or dex saves?
That is very important.
The conscious aura protection. Yeah, aura protection. While you are conscious, you grant all friendly creatures, including you, within 10 feet +5 bonus to all saving throws.
Is that the 2013 or the 2024? I don't...
That's the old one.
Dang, okay,
Huh?
So in that case, it would have been a 19.
My charisma is
originally?
+5.
So that would give you a save of 21.
Yeah.
Okay, well then I guess you also pass.
Okay, I'll still take the damage. though.
mighty power of your dwarvish compatriot.
You like smack Lily on the back as you come through the door, and she goes, "Oh, thank God, it's out of my lungs."
Also, if this is mold, doesn't that count more like as a disease?
No.
No,
Bacteria?
mold's a poison.
He's infecting us.
This is D&D. They don't differentiate between toxins and bacterias and poisons. It's just poison damage.
Well, that's stupid. If I don't get infected with a disease, how can I be immune to disease? What a useless feature.
Well, I mean, there are diseases. They just typically deal poison damage.
But I'm immune to disease. But I'm not immune to poison damage. Like, how
Well,
the
then
fuck do you make this feature work?
Simple. You just don't get the disease in the first place.
Gotcha there.
Gee, why are you so spicy? Why are you so spicy lately?
She's
'Cause I
just
am a
spicy lady.
chicken nugget.
I already gave you dino nuggies.
So this is a large, towering, monolithic slab with fine runes carved in its surface, mostly overgrown with this fungus.
Pirate's gonna clear away some.
As you clear away, you see while the mold has grown up and over it, it has not marred the surface in even the most perceptible way.
Oh, okay. Are the runes familiar at all carved into it?
Some of them you recognize you've seen elsewhere, but not all of them. And they are very fine in neat, orderly rows, occasionally broken up by larger symbols. But it's very methodically laid out, as if, as you look it up and down, you get the sense that this was probably designed in advance before being carved.
Okay. Alright, Pyre will
Feargum.
just kind of look
Oh,
this
if you give me a
over.
second. Feargum, you enter a well room, and you can tell this is where the mold comes from. It is thick here. Massive, bulbous heads. You can almost see the sparkling spores as the mushrooms seem to respond to your motion and begin unleashing them. Could you please make me a con save?
Mm-hmm.
With disadvantage.
Why disadvantage?
Because these mushrooms are as big as you are.
Pardon?
Well, I still have advantage because it's poison. Fuck. That's a 15. I am not rolling good today.
No, you're not. Also, your vision is reduced to just 20 feet ahead of you as you begin to hack and cough and your eyes begin to swell. Your limbs feel thicker as these spores seem to rapidly be settling on your skin, almost as though they're trying to coat you. And in that moment, Feargum, you realize these giant mushrooms are growing out of skeletons.
Oh no.
This is a carnivorous fungal growth.
Well, that's not good.
Well, it sucks to be them.
You are going to take 12 poison damage.
Well, at least I resist poison damage.
Mhm.
So that's
Kyle.
only 6. But also,
s-
I'm going to burninate it!
Uh, Feargum, could you give me an intelligence check?
Yeah, not a save.
Just a check.
Just a check.
Just to check.
That's a 6.
This is a great idea.
Yep. Firebolt!
This is the greatest plan.
Okay, where do you shoot your firebolt?
The biggest mushroom, I guess.
Okay, it bursts into flame, which quickly begins spreading across the highly flammable shrooms in this oven you're now standing in.
Cool. Wow, it's getting a bit toasty in here.
This is a
On
great
out.
idea.
This is the greatest plan.
God, I love that game.
So, what did you lot find?
Well, we found this giant... Why is everything on fire?
Not a clue.
So, the air is quickly filling with thick smoke. It's almost like oily from all the mushroom in it. Could everybody make me con saves?
Yep.
This is not against poison, though. This is against carbon monoxide.
Oh, that's a not one!
Dirty 20.
Oh, Pyre, you got any lucky points?
Yeah, I got a
left?
luck point. I got 2 luck points. I gotta use one. Okay,
Oh,
22.
Got hot in here. Oh, I might have to do this a couple times. Oh no, I don't. 22.
So you're all standing in this room that's filling with smoke as you all breathe and be like, wow, this sucks.
Wow, this is
And
spicy.
while you're
Let's get
still
out of here.
conscious, you know the air is rapidly running out. You're in a confined space that does not have much airflow at all. In fact, you're pretty sure it only has any airflow because of whatever hole a creature that allegedly escaped supposedly made.
Fire is going to grab both Furgrim and Lilybear and just carry them out of the room.
Could you make me a 3 deck saves as you walk into a blazing inferno?
Pyre, you got this.
Thank you. What level are you?
Where'd you get +5
Uh,
from me?
13.
Okay, so that will be a +8.
D8.
Plus 1d8.
Plus 1d8 plus a +5. Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Probably used D8 on the last one.
Yes, I will. Okay, so 8 plus 5. That's 13.
13.
Then plus the 5, so that will be 18.
That's 21, 16, and 18.
Yes.
So, how this is gonna work, I will roll the damage Pyre takes, and whatever damage Pyre is taking, you will each then take half that damage.
Pyrus is basically wrapping you guys in her wings. And she's carrying you guys.
Is this fire damage?
This is fire damage.
Hold on.
I have resistance to that.
Same.
Lily, please tell me you have resistance to that.
Could I? Well, it's a bit. I put this. I'm real glad I could put the scale. I had the scale on ahead of time. Because we had improved my armor a bunch of times ago, and I was like, oh, that's not gonna do me any good. Well, I only gain resistance to fire damage until the end of a next turn. Would that count for like maybe one of these things?
That if you gain fire resistance until the end of the next turn, that would count for this for these 3 damages.
Because that's what it says. It says I could use my reaction or bonus action to gain resistance to fire damage until the end of my next turn, and I could use this property twice until I regain long rest.
Yeah. Very good.
So Lily would do that too because she's like, "Oh, this is bad."
Furgrim, what did you do?
I'm having like a PTSD flashback.
No, see, this is hilarious because this is how the campaign started, except last time it was the wizard. This is not the first time Furgrim has almost burned to death in an underground chamber because somebody decided to just light stuff on fire.
Yeah.
Look, I figured we can't choke on mushrooms.
There was
if
not enough
there's no
oxygen to speak clearly.
This Pyre's
And
going
the
to
sound of the
fuck us.
burning fire is beginning to drown out your voice.
There
These
we go.
mushrooms almost make a loud, sizzling noise as they burn.
Yeah, Pyre's just gonna take us as far away from this room as possible for a while.
Okay, Pyre, as you step out into the hall, which way are you going? You are going to take... 1 second, let me roll damage. You are going to take 17 damage. This is before any resistances. You all have your own thing, so I'm going to let you apply it yourselves.
Okay, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Let me grab my
Wait, hold on,
calculator.
say
You
it
said
again.
17.
17.
Alright, so that's a 9 damage to me. As Pyre will... God. She will go this way.
Which way? Could you ping?
Uh,
Okay. You find yourself in front of the kitchen you had been in before.
where the fuck?
It is also now ablaze.
My token is missing.
It is missing. Where'd it go?
What? Yeah, no, what the fuck? I moved it, then all of a sudden it just vanished.
I'm just gonna set you and Feargrim here while I look for Pyre. No, she's gone.
That's fine. We've been put in baby jail.
Pyre, just put your token right here in the center.
Alright, hold on. There we go.
Okay. You are in the hallway in front of the kitchen. It is also ablaze. Do you wish to enter?
We are no longer in baby jail.
Yep, we gotta keep moving.
Okay. As you enter this room, you are going to take 24 fire damage.
Jesus.
Damn.
You are, in fact, walking through an oven. And I will now need everyone to make another round of con saves.
Whoop.
Alright. Con save. 27.
And three.
I only hold on. I'm gonna use a lucky point. I might only be getting a 12 though. Yeah, 12.
That's still
Plus
17.
5, 17.
Okay. Lily, you suffer 1 point of exhaustion due to smoke inhalation.
Oh.
Feargrim, what did you get?
23.
Okay.
Hey, Pyre, I don't mean to worry you any, but I'm gonna be getting worse slowly over time.
And Lily and Feargrim, you remember when you each take half the damage fire takes?
Mm-hmm.
Empire's just gonna keep running.
Alright, you managed to go back to the hallway you were in before. The fire doesn't spread that far.
Empire is then just going to seal the door.
Alright. Could you give me a strength check? Since this is a time-sensitive matter.
Yes, I actually have advantage on those. 23.
Which is good. Is anyone helping you?
Uh,
I offer the help action.
I would love to help you, Pyre, if I could.
I ask because a 23 is not enough to move this literal monolith of a door.
Uh-oh. I would have cast Divine Guidance on Pyre again.
alright.
Especially because I'm a little more withered than before. I'd be like, Pyre.
25 then.
That is just enough. The DC is in fact 25, as you manage to shut the door, sealing off the blazing poison gas inferno.
Let's go, Pyre!
Virgin, what the fuck did you do? His Pyre just has her mask open and smoke is just bleeding out of it.
figure we couldn't choke on mushrooms if there were no mushrooms.
Fungus is highly flammable. You should know
I was
this.
hoping for that.
You didn't think about warning us? We're in an underground area. You should understand that. You should
But we're
understand.
alive, aren't we?
Well, the good news is, now that there's smoke in my lungs, I can't feel the mold.
Oh God! Come here, Lily. This Pyro just give her some lay on hands.
I've got more.
It's okay, thank you. You know what? It's
I
alright, I'm
imagine
just
you
gonna be a
both
little
just start
weaker than
rubbing one of her
normal.
horns to infuse her with holy magic.
Yeah, basically.
That being said, I don't like we can neutralize the poison, but
It's just mostly to help heal her up.
we don't clear exhaustion.
No, I
No.
know, it's okay.
The only
So
way to
how
clear
much do you
exhaustion is a
need?
long rest.
I'm at 67 out of 110. So I'm like, okay, I'm almost at half.
Alright, I'll give you a good 20 then.
I'll give also 20.
Perfect. That puts me almost back to full.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we just gotta wait for that to clear up.
I just need a good rest. But it's okay, we gotta finish the job first.
Yeah, we do,
Give
we
myself a
do.
nice 25.
So, did you find anything where you were going, Fiagrim?
Just more mushrooms. A whole fucking bunch of them.
Okay.
Fugum, there was a door at the far end of that chamber.
I should have gone through that door first.
What?
Oh, there was a door?
There was another door.
Oh.
It's okay. Your first thought was getting rid of the mushrooms.
They were meat-eating mushrooms.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Interesting.
So, I mean, we can just sit here and wait for the fire to burn them all out.
No, we can. I'm just. Ugh. This temple, it's clear it's fallen. It's just. I'm very confused regarding part of this temple. Because of the mural that clearly shows the Soul Empire helping contain whatever creature is supposed to be here. At least that's what I'm guessing.
I mean, the plan's the same, though, isn't it? We find it, we slap it silly.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong.
If we can, yeah.
It's just. How do I best explain that? Yeah, how do I best explain this? It's weird because it's also just showing that the lizard folk have clearly just regressed quite a bit, which is interesting to think about. But there's also just here's the thing: every time I've investigated one of these ancient ruins that ends up turning out to be connected to the Soul Empire, it just shows them being remarkably helpful.
Hmm.
I mean, I can understand a major cultural shift since these things have been built, but it just always feels odd whenever I see it. You know what I mean, Feargrim, right?
I think so.
Like, uh, you and I, we're both used to the Soul Empire being, well, monsters. Monsters doing horrible things and all that, and here we see evidence. I'm constantly seeing evidence that they won't always like this, and it makes me wonder what was the big shift.
Theodore shrugs.
Yeah.
Fuck if I know.
Fortunately, we can't really ask any Soul Empire scholars because, well, you understand. We all understand why.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, given my armor, they might answer, but still.
I don't know if I'd like to get close enough to find out.
No, especially not you. Very obvious reasons why that. Inspire just gives Lily Bear a pat on the back.
Lily gives like her little weak thumbs up.
Hmm. I mean, the ruins, the place that me and Ruinbeard found showed off that the Soul Empire is very helpful, and Hell seemed almost happy to work with other races. You know, apparently they worked with the dwarves to tame their dragons.
Interesting.
Just I don't know how to fully feel about the stuff I keep finding out about the Soul Empire.
Yeah, it's definitely a bigger web than I originally anticipated.
Oh no, this place is just chock full of, well, honestly, information I don't think any of us were ever expecting to learn. It's not even like
I'm
this stuff
still
is
not even sure I learned it yet.
definitely, and just this is their ancestral land as well, so they've been here a long time. But how exactly do you explain the fact that apparently the lizard folk used to be the biggest heffalumps without, well, sounding crazy?
I'm not really sure there is a way to say that without sounding crazy.
Yeah,
Because it sounds crazy.
exactly. They used to be as big as heffalumps, and apparently used to be able to raise their arms above their shoulders. Apparently they also have a king that would unite them and built this temple. Well, partially built this temple. Kind of built it. My brain is still a little confused regarding some of that.
It is very complex, whatever it is.
No, definitely, and that's what concerns me. It's very complex, and I'm worried we won't be able to figure out everything. Hope we can learn more before we leave. Pirate's just gonna sigh as she just continues to think. I think we'll just basically take a short rest while we wait for the fire in this room to burn out.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. You all take a bit to hack the mushroom out of your lungs while you wait for the fire to burn down.
So, Maddie mushrooms. Guess you dealt with a lot of those in the mines? As Pyre will look over to Feargrim.
Eh?
Uh, the the Manny mushrooms. I'm guessing you dealt with those a lot in the mines.
Well, no, but usually when something's trying to eat your meat, you don't let them eat your meat.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, that makes sense. I mean, yeah, no, that makes sense. It's just, well, I figured given your first reaction was, light it the fuck on fire.
I mean, it's a mushroom. It burns.
If there's a lot of mushrooms, then that means it's gonna be a lot of fire, especially if it's all connected.
Yes, well, I didn't think about that.
Clearly. You should be able to understand the concept of there being limited air in a place this deep. Especially for fire.
To be fair, I'm still stuck on the whole this is a temple thing. Temples usually have airflow. They're not
Well,
like a mine where there isn't any.
well, to be fair, this temple is sunken. Don't forget that.
I did forget that, apparently.
Don't worry.
Fire, as you say this, you notice the dwarf stop, tilt his head to the side, look up, look down. Huh.
Eh?
Just a dwarvish sound of realization.
Pyre just smiles. That reminds me of Ruinbeard. Wow, you dwarves all share a lot of mannerisms now I think about it.
Well, of course we do. We're dwarves.
Well, I mean, I always expected that kind of side from Ruinbeard whenever I ended up making an observation that he thought he should have made before me.
I mean, you grow up around all the same kinds of people all your life and see if you don't adopt any of their mannerisms.
No, 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 that's true. That's true. No, well, Ruinbeard was kind of an outcast. I need to remember to give his family his rings when we finally make it to the capital.
Oh, they'll appreciate that.
I know they will. Just been carrying these for so long, his pirate just pats the the little thing, her satchel. And also, I want to defend his name, but we'll have to worry about that later. He was kicked out because of his theories. So many thought his theories were too crazy, or there's no way that those could be true. And turns out he was fairly right. Makes me wonder what would have happened if he actually did survive the solstice.
After some time, about an hour passes. You may all roll hit dice if you so wish.
Yeah, I gotta spend one. Get back a nice little chunk of health.
And
Heck yeah.
as you all walk together to open the door and check inside, you can see that the fires have indeed died down, but now a thick haze of smoke and smog obscures
Alright,
your
everybody
view.
get low.
Pyre will once again make Lily Bear wear a cloth over her mouth.
Get low, get low, get low.
Alright, let's go. Pyre seals up her mask.
Lily's like
Alright.
crouched.
Pyro, you now have a little bubble of air in front of your face, but Lily, it does not take you or Philum long at all to know there is no oxygen left in these tunnels.
Oh, that's bad.
No, I'm going back.
Yeah, I can't hold my breath that long, Pyre.
No, you're right.
I mean, I could probably try, but I don't want to.
Let's let the tunnel breathe in.
We could try another way.
Is there another way?
Well, I don't know.
There is a door here and a door here.
Oh, you ping on I keep ping against there.
Door? Door.
We're not seeing your pings.
It's not working. Oh, there it goes.
Door. Door.
We'll try
Alright.
forcing
Click
these
this
one
one.
open,
Done.
Pyre.
I don't know. I feel like they're both locked.
No, I'm good. Let's try to force this one open. This one up
Okay,
here.
Alright. Could you all
I
give
believe
me
in you, Pyre.
strength checks as you attempt to brute force this monolithic slab?
20 with the divine guidance. 23 Fjordgrim.
I got nothing I can help you with.
Well, you
But
can.
let's see what my check gets. 12.
What does the first level of exhaustion give you?
Disadvantage on ability checks. I got a nat 1, so I don't know if it's gonna matter either way.
Okay. Lily is still weak from smoke inhalation and does not have much strength. Neither does Theogrum.
I like slap my hand on the door. That's about all I get to.
Eh, eh,
Eh.
eh. Yeah. Wait. Is this a push or a pull door?
It's made of stone.
But that's still important.
Hmm.
Give me an investigation check.
Because we could just be applying the wrong kind of force needed. 12.
You cannot tell.
Oh, here I go again. Wow, I am not doing well.
Pyro, even your great strength seems to be failing you.
Wow,
Alright.
this door is really heavy.
What are the odds the other one's just as heavy?
Well, let's give it a try.
Next.
It's like, all right, let's give this a try.
Strength checks again, please.
Just spit, rub hand.
I give more divine guidance to Pyre.
You watch Pie just kind of slide down the door onto her belly.
12.
That'll be a dirty 20.
Yeah, Pie just goes shrunk.
Wait, Pyre got a 15. It would be a 23.
No, that was me retrying this door.
Oh, my bad.
Eh.
I mean, I got a 23.
Pyre, I'm gonna keep casting divine guidance on you. So keep rolling that d8. Fuck it, I'll cast it on Fear Grip too.
All right.
I'm gonna touch everybody.
Okay. I like to imagine, Lily, you have your head down like a
I'm
proper
like
cleric,
seated
but
on the
every time
ground.
you go to
28.
cast something, you do like a little cheerleader hand wave up.
Yeah, she's just like, woo! Oh, that made me tired.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what does the 28 get me?
Okay, so with a total of 28 Feargum, you are able to smack your head into the door and a loud crack as it splits down the middle.
Woo! Good enough for me.
Fuck you.
All right, let's open up the different parts.
And then with Pyre's combined help, you manage to break into this room.
Eh.
There are long stone benches that line the wall. A unbroken stone basin in the center that has the faintest remains of some sort of purple solution.
Pyre is going to taste the purple solution.
Okay.
Are we sure that we should be drinking the purple goop?
Pyre's
Okay.
practically invincible to everything. She'll just burn on the inside a little bit and then get some indigestion later.
Could you give me a charisma saving throw?
Oh. Don't worry. It's just the purple ooze from Power Rangers. I'll be fine. Charisma saving throw. 24 plus Fugram saving, so that would be like
29.
29.
Okay, nothing happens at all.
Hell yeah.
As far as you can tell, this is completely mundane dye.
Is it bitter? Does it have a flavor?
No, it's just water and purple.
Interesting.
I expected to have some sort of flavor. Look at it, it's glowing.
It is
Eh.
pretty.
I thought it had some sort of flavor. I thought it would at least taste like grape. Alright. Whatever this is a bust.
Well, I think there might be more doors.
And yeah, there's a door down here. As we will attempt to open this door over here.
It is also locked.
Damn it.
All
What
right.
about this way? Is
I
it
That is
should've-
the
blocked off?
rubble you had seen before blocking your path.
Damn it, there's rubble. Alright, gotta get the door again. I still
Kyle-
cast guidance on you.
Just punches through the door. Roll the guidance.
Alright, let's see how hard I
Max
punch the
guidance.
doors.
Max guidance. Come on. Damn it.
29.
Still good though.
You still punched through the door.
Just,
Hell yeah, Pyre.
Pyre just smiles. I know the structural weak point of this door. Oh, we're back here.
Well,
Wait, one
I
second.
mean,
let me check something.
the good news is there's oxygen here.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, could you give me investigation checks?
Sure.
Oh, I can give it to you, but I don't know what it's gonna be. 5. Oh wait, hold on.
24.
I don't have disadvantage on skill checks
Kyle,
yet.
you are standing next to a thin wall made, you realize, of hastily layered brick.
Like fresh?
No, it is very old, but you can
Oh, okay.
tell. You can tell by hitting it that there's space behind it.
I will kick down the bricks.
Make an
That's what I
attack.
say. Knock it down.
22?
You punch the wall. Your hand hurts.
Oh.
Alrighty then. Bring out the big guns.
Shield bash.
You smash down the wall.
Whoa, be gone.
And you see a second one.
Oh.
I will hit this
There's
wall
more
as well.
cannonballs into it.
Cannonball!
Roll me
Cannon
a
dwarf!
combo golf attack maneuver.
Yes!
16?
Fastball special, go!
Okay, this wall is going to take roughly 30 dwarven damage. You have been vaulted through the wall into the womb. That's nothing but a giant cavernous pit.
Oh fuck.
Never been thrown that far.
Pyre hit you into this room.
You sonicked through it.
Yeah, that's true. In my mind, I did imagine Firgrim just sitting there going.
Yeah, you're going to start spinning in place as Pyre hits him.
As you go over the edge, but you do go over the edge.
Ah,
I would
fuck.
smack into the wall and then bounce off of it.
Well,
No, you went through it.
Yeah, your
How are
body
you
is
throwing me that
decimated.
hard to throw me
Okay,
through the
okay.
fucking wall?
The wall's still there. You have not broken the wall. I will put the wall back.
come on.
Seriously, so I'm going to smack into the wall, knock the mass inwards while I have the reactive force and bounce backward.
Right,
Thrown hard enough.
but you have enough force
go
to surpass that and then go clean through.
Yeah, that was basically
If
what
I'm
was
doing
happening.
that, I've got enough momentum that I can yeet myself to the other side.
That's not at
That's
all
what-
how physics works.
Yeah. I was
Do you
literally gonna
dare
have
make
Pyre
dwarf
dive in
defy
after
physics?
you. Like, I was gonna have Pyre literally dive in after you.
Like,
I don't know if that's a good idea.
if you want to make it so that I get yeeted all the way in, I will just Misty Step out.
Well, then why are we having this conversation? Yeah, yeet yourself in and Misty step out. Come on now.
Exactly. No balls. I'm joking. Or am I? Dun.
Cause like I've got Misty Step, I've got Dimension Door. It's just the fact that you use the dwarf as a throwing thing rather than you using proper force. Because remember, this is one of the reasons why Morning Stars work and flails don't.
Well,
A
it's a
flail,
good
when it makes
thing.
impact, loses a ton of its kinetic energy because there's no follow through.
Huh. Okay.
Well, good news. We're in a fantasy realm and we just chucked your ass through this wall. So Misty step.
Okay, well clearly I am outvoted on this matter. Through I go.
Through you go.
Realism be damned!
Yeah, we're in a fantasy realm now, boy.
Pyre will run to the edge and hold out
Over
her
here.
arm.
And it's just like, whoop!
Whoop. It's Pyre that just like looks around. Where'd the dwarf go?
Behind you.
How did he get there?
Misty Step.
Oh.
I hate to do it because it's an elvish technique, but what have you.
Wait, it's an elvish technique? How? I thought it was just magic.
Aye, but it's in the name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fey magic, and elves are fey.
Pyre just looks very confused for a moment, but it's like, okay.
I don't know what those words were that you just said, but holy cow, is this a big ass hole?
Oh, definitely. This is a giant pit. As Pyre
Well,
just
that
kind
would've
of
been
looks
bad.
down.
Alright, be careful. No one make any sudden movements.
So I think we know where
Very
the creature
slow.
came from.
Probably?
If here does feel correct.
As Pyre just kind of does the whole looking over the edge while putting her her hand above her eyes to try to get a better look. That is a very deep hole. Is there any like stones nearby I could grab?
There are loose ones, yes. This whole chamber seems to have collapsed in.
I'm going to grab a
Yeah, we
stone
did
and
just
throw
knock
it
down
into
the
the
door.
hole. Yeah, grab a loose stone and throw it into the hole.
It goes away before it snags into some membrane that seems to stretch across in various chunks.
Doing.
There's spooder webs here.
Ooh,
Spider webs.
spider webs? What are spider
Well,
webs?
that doesn't.
Okay.
Well, that doesn't sound like some giant fucking lizard folk. That sounds like some giant fucking spider.
Yes, but also remember, well, no, I do not want to think about Pharaoh Rania now. That is a terrible idea, Brain. Why did you think of that?
Looking down below into the hole with a 40-foot diameter, you can tell it goes deep, deep into the earth. And as you look around the edges, you can notice bits of some type of gem jutting all around and speckling within the hole.
Hmm. Can I try to investigate one of these gems?
Yes, you may.
Alright. One investigation. 24.
Pyro, you do actually recognize this type of gem.
Oh.
We don't leave us hanging.
No, it's being sent to me in DMs.
I am a dwarf. I've got dwarfish eyes to see the minerals.
I have sent you what you remember, Pyro.
Oh. I'll just kind of look at this before she just holds it up. This is something I haven't seen since the solstice. This is this is caused by powerful sun magic. It's something I saw sometimes during the war, of some Soul Empire soldiers using such powerful magic it turned stone to glass.
Oh.
So, Pilgrim, could you try to be able to identify how old this could be?
So are you saying that this entire hole was caused by some giant burning sunbeam?
Maybe. All I'm saying is that it's probably some very powerful sun magic, but I want to check something first before we run into a conclusion.
Because like,
Do
the fact that the Soul Empire has temples that create giant tunneling sun lasers.
Hey, that is a possibility, but that's probably not what's going on. Can you please check how old this could be as Pyre hands over the stone?
Alright. Stone cutting, what am I rolling?
Investigation, I believe?
She's handing it over to the dwarf because the dwarf is better expertise than this.
Yes, it'd be investigation, but with advantage.
Dirty 20s, both of them.
Damn.
Looks like that's double 19s with a mere +1.
So
Wait,
that's dirty
how
20.
does... Oh wait, no, because it's stone cutting. Do I get to add proficiency to that?
Yes, you do.
Stone cutting. You make stonework proficient, and add double your proficiency bonus to the check. So that's a
Oh.
total of 30.
Okay, great. I will DM this to you.
Hello. Ah, hello, the 50th Canadian Kiwi. Great, we found your brother.
Oh, the Canadian, eh?
The 50th Canadian Kiwi.
Ah, the kiwi.
Ah, he is before my time then.
Weren't you a Kiwi who went to Canada and came back?
Yes.
Grave, if you look in
Uh,
DMs, I have sent you there what your dwarven eyes are able to gleam.
My dwarvish eyes. But I don't know what the name of it is.
Your people, as far as you know, don't have a name for something like this. You've never encountered it before, but you are able to gleam what it's likely a result of.
Well, this is a bloody terrifying thought.
Oh? What's the
So
terrifying
exactly
thought?
how exactly are we going to get across this hole?
Well, Pyre's gonna kind of just look around a little bit. There's some walking paths we could try, but I don't think we can trust those a bit at all.
Probably not.
So, I, I don't think I understand.
Oh?
Well, run it through one more time. What the thought is here with the hole.
So, Pyre realizes that this hole was that the kind of gems around the edge are basically glassed stone from powerful Soul Empire magic. What Fjordun realizes, I don't think he said yet.
So what are we thinking? Like magic rocks or?
They think of it more like a sun crystal.
Sun crystal? Hmm. What, you think there could have been one here?
What? No. I'm saying all of the concentrated sun has soaked into the crystal.
Oh, okay.
If anything, the Soul Empire here were probably using this as some kind of mining operation. So, using the temple above to funnel all the sunlight in to make more of these crystals so they could use them to power some doohickey or other. Or at least that's my guess.
Hmm. I mean, possible, but as far as I know, the Soul Empire doesn't. Well, it could be that this could have been a mine for that. Pyre's just gonna kind of like look up into the ceiling to see if there's anything there.
Well, I mean, the sunbeam would happen. It'd be going straight up and straight down, so the only place for you to be able to mine the stuff would be straight up and straight down.
No, that makes sense. I'm just...
And so, sun crystal is magic rock?
Magic rock, specifically, it's got the sun's magic in it. Or probably.
So they're just glassing rock so until it holds charge of sunlight?
I guess you could put it that way. I don't know how to better explain it.
Okay. I just find... I clearly don't fully understand it, and it's quite weird to imagine. Just using a giant laser to mine whatever you're trying to get. I mean, how effective could that be?
What's this laser thing you're talking about?
Or a beam? Is that a more proper term? Sorry, sorry.
Yeah,
Sometimes
beam feels right.
sorry, the things I've been reading what catalog has been telling me about random stuff again.
Oh, is she talking to you again? That's fantastic. I'm so proud of you.
She just every now and then I just ask and she delivers, and the concept she talks about just confuse me and hurt my head.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, so what does this tell us if we consider what's going on with sun crystals?
Okay, so if what Fiergrim is saying is correct, which I'm not doubting, I'm just saying if, we are looking at a sunstone mining operation that could have been held out here? These sunstones being created via just blasting concentrated sun magic into the earth, which if they're doing it underground, which would hurt them. Like, don't forget about that, Fiergrim. Sun magic, when used out of daylight, hurts the person using it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, it's a big ass hole.
You realize that's why the temple above, when the sun is in position, right, and it fires its big giant light beam down.
No, you're right.
No one's using. It's
Okay, I see
literally
what you
just the
get.
sun.
No, I see what you mean.
Right.
It's like when you get like lots of mirrors and then you reflect some light off it to make things really, really hot.
And not to diverge here, sorry. You said the sun crystals absorbed the sun?
From what I can tell, yeah.
So
It's just so bathed in so much concentrated sunlight that it seeped in.
So would it? Well, because the only reason I'm curious is because Pyre said she found like a quartzy substance earlier, right?
Yeah, it was carved meticulously. It's in the area with no air left.
So like, could the crystals have been something like quartz, and then they absorbed that sun magic to become the sun crystal?
Most likely.
I mean,
Okay.
as far as I know, quartz is often used as a storage of energy. I remember hearing some magic uses quartz to store some sort of to store magic and such, but any crystal can technically be used, I suppose.
Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, in different stones for different magic. Pyre just like tapping at the fire stone
So
she has.
do we think? Hold on, Pyre. This might blind me, so hold my hand. I'm gonna make like a half step closer to the crystals on the edge, and I would like to look at them with my magic eyes.
Ugh. Pyre will be sure to keep a hand on Lily's hand,
Yeah, we're like holding hands, just so I can.
just so you don't
Like,
actually
Pyre, just
fall.
hold on to me. Yeah.
Oh, how scandalous. What would she think?
She knows Pyre's okay. Pyre's my protector by the holy god of Catalogue.
Well,
She
Uh-huh,
would sense
uh-huh.
it if it wasn't.
Like, King Arthur would never suspect his best friend and potentially even brother Sir Lancelot to have an affair with his beloved wife Guinevere. That would never happen. He trusts Lancelot with his body, mind, and soul, and would spiral into an uncontrollable, self-destructive depression should that occur. But luckily, that's not a possibility.
meanwhile, Chi is currently sleeping at my feet. She's taking a kitty nap.
uh, Magic eye. I just want to see. I don't want to see anything like too crazy. Obviously, I'm ignoring Pyre. I have to put Pyre. I would put like on horse blinders,
So you see glittering
and I want to look at these
gems
rocks.
of golden energy that seem to just sparkle and glimmer all the way down into the depths of the void. But down into the depths of this hole, you see a deep red glow pulsing
Oh.
slowly.
Ew. Like in a heart way, or just in a pulsy way.
Like in a hot way.
Ew.
Uh-oh.
Mm.
So this big thing, whatever it was, giant lizard fella, has probably been soaking up the tons of sun, so now it's a giant fucking sun lizard, I bet.
Huh. So it is Godzilla.
So it is Godzilla.
Sanjira! Sanjira!
Sanjita. The concentrated power of the sun in a lizard. Also, whenever we're just saying lizard, I just imagine just like a fucking spotted gecko. It's just a normal sized spotted gecko. But its eyes are glowing with the power of the sun.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what's been terrorizing the lizard folk.
Well, so we could confirm it's magic. That's good. I would inform my companions of the confirming part, or the concerning part. There we go. My brain needs to work, please. And then I guess I would like to investigate a little bit into the crystals. They feel like the answer. You know,
They feel strangely important.
they feel really important, and I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, and I'm holding Pyre's hand, and I don't get disadvantage on skill checks yet. Just ability checks. You know what? I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Come on! Escalators! Okay. Plus a d8.
Well, if Pyro's giving you the help action, you would have advantage, so you would get a thought roll.
Yeah, I do get the help action.
Ooh.
Plus guidance.
Plus that D8.
Woo! Roar! More
For a
than
total of
fury!
28.
More than Fury does not work on skill checks.
Boom.
Just imagine there's another god that's like, hey, yo, Murden, I love that idea that you've got. There's the god of knowledge, so then it applies to skill checks.
Zeech just approaching Mirrodin. Look, man, I'm a huge fan. You can't tell me Zeech wouldn't try something like that.
No, you're kind of right. He probably would.
Hey, look, I'm a huge fan. You know that thing you got going where you could give people extra strength and all that? What if you did that? What if I did that? But with knowledge.
Knowledge.
Yeah, dude. Why the fuck are you fucking here, you fucking mollusk?
What the fuck are you on about, you talking shellfish?
No, I'm currently an ostrich.
I don't care what kind of form your deceptive ass takes, you goddamn mollusk.
Currently, he's just in the shape of an A10 warhog. Because that's just the kind of shit I expect of Zeech.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what?
Interesting.
Wait, loofahs are a naturally occurring thing?
Yeah, not like some of the commercial ones you see, but like it is a plant.
It's a fucking plant? What?
Hold on.
Yeah, I think it's sea
But it's
sponge type
spelled
deal.
differently. It's
What
a
is?
vegetable.
Oh,
Loofahs?
Oh, yeah.
I never knew
'Cause
that those were natural. At least, like...
Well, the colored ones in the stores are spelled LOOFAH, and those are made of plastic. But the vegetable LUFFA, if you dry it out, it makes this fun texture.
Yeah, I'm...
But I think you can
like,
use
I
other
just
types
found a
of
video.
loofahs.
Just found a
Or other
yeah,
types
it's
of
a
video.
plants,
broad
sorry.
loofah sponge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just saw a video and it's just like, what the fuck?
No, it's pretty sick.
Mhm.
They do actually function like real sponges. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
They
yeah.
do.
that's what
Okay,
I'm
and
saying.
they're-
like whenever I would say that like the Wolfpack was in
Yeah.
their bath using loofahs, I have been referring to specifically.
Yeah, that's what I picture when I think of a loofah.
I
I
never
also picture
knew.
the commercially available ones, because that's what I had as a kid.
That makes sense. That makes sense. These are just more medieval setting
I've
friendly.
never had
Yeah,
a
these are
loofah, so
natural.
I have no real point of reference, honestly.
Now you might be asking, okay, well then where do the yellow sponges they use for doing the dishes come from? And it's like, well, that's also naturally occurring. Let me tell you, the High King invested a lot into that bioengineering endeavor.
Living up to the name, yes. Behold the
So what I'm
thing.
gathering,
Behold the thing terrorizing the lizard folk in memes. I'll be right back. I need to go use the bathroom.
okay, it's okay. We'll take a break.
Yeah.
So, just kind of like waiting for PB to get back.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, excuse me.
Hello, Howies.
Um, I am perplexed.
Oh?
Yes, but I also might just be what you would call colloquially a dumbass.
Oh no.
So, Pyre, I'm gonna tell you what I gathered with that natty 20, and you're just gonna have to riff off of it, okay?
Okay.
Cool. So, that crystal, super old. And old, I mean like ancient. Ancient, ancient. I'm guessing older than anything else here, but that's just a guess. I wouldn't know. Again, kind of a dumbass. Um, that crystal has been tinted gold by that condensed sun magic.
Mm-hmm.
And the stone reliefs, excuse me, about the temple being built were it was like the Soul Empire and the lizard folks with the monster, right? Above the monster, right? If I'm on the same realm. At least that's what I think I've gathered.
Okay, so the reliefs are related to the monster?
About the temple being built.
Oh, okay.
Right, above the terrible monster. And then every time we got to a new layer of the temple, the one the lower we got, the older the temple structures got, right? As if they were building on top of each other.
Yeah, one of the earlier ones literally had them building a temple over something else, which was represented with like a giant gold slab.
Okay. Do we think that now this part I don't know from the investigation check, I'm just guessing. Could the slabs, the golden ones, be representative of the sundial? And then
Uh,
so every time they brought the sundial up, they had to make it smaller because they couldn't fit it.
we do know that they moved the sun thing. They did move the sundial when they built on top of the original temple, because originally it was in the room full of that statues.
Right, right.
Originally it was there because that was originally the top of the temple, but because the lizard folk then built new stuff on top of it, they had to move it up and make it smaller. So, po- possibly yes.
Okay.
It could be that they have just been constantly. I don't know how many times this could have happened, but it could be that they just. It's been it's at least happened once, as far as we're aware.
Yeah, well, you might have to
It's
do a better job
visually
than I
evident.
do. Huh?
As far as visually evident, they've done it at least once.
That's what I was gonna
Yes.
ask. If anyone could tell about the crystals, if it looks like the well, not the building. Going back to the crystals, if anyone could tell whether or not it looks like this crystal was melted in one big go, like as if the solstice just blasted straight through, or as if the rocks were like melted and then hardened and then melted and hardened. Because if it was melted and hardened, it'd make layers, right?
Yeah, no, it would.
I'll hold your hand and give you guidance, Pyre.
Okay. No, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
I feel
no.
like that's gonna be important.
This has indeed been melted and hardened innumerable times.
Okay. So, okay, Slaya.
There's layers.
Yes.
What is that? What does the ceiling of this room look like?
You look up, you see a hole. And above that hole, you see floor of the third layer of temple, high above.
Huh. Does it look like okay? Is it possible to tell if it looks like the hole is like it's been going up or been coming down?
I don't
Oh,
understand your question.
Like does it look like the hole up to the third to the third layer, or the top layer, does that look like it's been coming down here, or something's been boring up with that?
Oh, give me investigation.
All right.
You got this, Pyre.
Investigation 23.
Neither.
Huh.
You can't actually tell what it is you're looking at, but Firgrim, would you like to take a look?
I guess.
I will also give Firgrim guidance. Oh, Pyre, you would have had
Oh,
guidance.
I
for
don't
Investigation,
that.
have
yeah?
guidance. Sorry.
Yes.
23's.
27.
Yeah, 27 in total with the guidance. Don't know if that makes any difference.
I got 23 total.
Pio, you're not quite sure what it is you're looking at. You've not really seen anything like this before. Firgrim, you do recognize what this is.
I'm just inside Freedom's head. It's just like, don't be bullets, don't be bullets, don't be bullets, don't be bullets.
This is what
It could
Firgrim
be.
you suddenly realize.
Bergrim just looks at Pyre's like, Pyre,
Yeah?
what kind of terrain are we on?
We're on a swamp. We're in a swamp.
And what kind of geographical events are prone to happen
Uh,
on unstable terrain?
Sinkholes, shifting of the landmass, possible earthquakes.
Bingo. And what's gonna happen to the alignment of the temple when you've got earthquake after earthquake after earthquake?
It's going to come unaligned, and the people are probably not going to notice too much.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the temple is solidly built, the changes over time would be unnoticeable, but would compound.
Mm-hmm. So after all this time, I think it's safe to say that this temple is no longer in proper alignment.
So, that hole we're seeing is where the sun energy is normally supposed to come down.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hazard a guess how long it's been like this?
Bergam fucking shrugs. I don't know.
Figured I'd ask, just in case you might know something.
Good question. It was a good question.
Look, that's like asking me how many days it's been since this thing has been constructed.
Well, you know what? Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
Like, I can say that's probably how many layers there are to these crystals, but how exactly many that is, I don't fucking know.
No, that's true. That's true. I'm just. So it's quite possible. So the sun energy has been reaching, which means that this temple has been off center for a long time, so the sun energy has been reaching. So whatever the sun energy has been doing this entire time has not been doing it for a while. I think my original theory about this place being about containment is proving true, and containment failed a while ago.
Could be.
Oh.
I think containment the containment might have been starting to break down after a while because the people didn't know how to maintain the temple, or didn't even know how to realign it,
Could be.
or didn't really realize it, and so because of the fact they moved so much around, and oh no, oh my catalog, eh? That's
Uh.
I blame Solios for it.
Why would you blame the sun
You gotta be
god?
careful. We're getting too close to his temple for you to be saying that.
Well, not the god himself. I mean, the Soul Empire. Or whatever they were at that point.
Eh, I wish I could. I wish I could say I don't exactly have much a translation of the name from that time.
Because, I mean,
Honestly,
if they
every
worship
record I
fucking...
found regarding the Ancient Soul Empire, I haven't been able to find a proper translation for previous names.
Because, I mean, they worship the fucking sun god. And you know what you don't have when you have a ton of sun?
What?
Swamps.
I mean, I can kind of see the relation.
All the water gets evaporated, right? So of course the
True.
Soul Empire aren't going to know how to build on a fucking swamp.
But they had the help of the lizard folk making this place.
That's why this place managed to work in the first place, probably.
Hmm. Probably right. So, okay, containment is broken. There's something that Lily Bear can see down there.
Yeah, it was doing like a pulsy heartbeaty thing. Are we assuming it's out?
Judging
Or
by
are we
how the
assuming it's
lizard folk
down?
are constantly always scared of the night, yeah?
Oh. I feel like that could be
So you're
important
saying we're
too. It
gonna
specifically
go...
hunts at night.
So you're saying that we're gonna go down there and beat up whatever the fuck it is?
Well, I mean, we could put it back where it belongs.
Well,
You know,
No,
no.
put that thing
I
back where it
prefer
came
the
from.
idea
So
of
help
killing
me.
it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, Lily Bear Pirate points back up again. The place above the third floor of this temple, it's completely shifted off the center. Like, come so much that it would require rebuilding the entire thing.
Well,
We
that's not
can't
possible.
return containment. Not without a lot of work, and honestly, I can't even imagine the sheer scale of this. Trying to recreate it, and not even with its original designs.
Murder it is then.
Well, yeah. Like, we really have much of an option, unfortunately. Let's keep looking around to see if we can find anything.
I mean, can't you just fly us down?
Well, yeah, but I, just in case we can find something that can help us. Something to help us. I don't know, something that could help us weaken it or anything.
Yeah, we should definitely look around. I don't know. Something about it makes me feel weird.
No, same.
Well, it's not a fan of the daylight. I still got a few spell slots left.
And I got my armor. Gee. Stop that. Come here, you little... Yeah. Come here, you little shit. You're getting cuts.
Did we have any record? Did the shaman ever tell us what this creature was called?
Yes, you would recall he referred to it as a da 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 da.
I have a name written down, and you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know how to pronounce it though. I have written the Titanic primordial kleptosaurax.
Yes, that is correct. Oh, right here, it's still in chat. I can scroll up that far, just that far.
Right.
Just say we should probably look around.
Kleptosaurus, is that what they're calling me now?
Okay, no, Grave. We're not going 682 with this.
Well, that's the disrespect that they showed their great chieftain now.
Nail, nail, nails the water, nail.
What are you
Lead the way,
referencing,
Pyre.
Slayer? That sounds familiar.
No!
Why is it
Dragon Ball Z abridged, one of the
Oh.
best abridges ever made.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so you would find that there's no actual door open, but you're strong enough that while just choose a door, you'll be able to break through it with a few minutes of effort.
Yeah.
Upsies or downsies, Pyre?
Let's go to upsies.
Upsies.
Well,
it
no,
is.
not this one. These are giant monolithic slabs.
All right,
Oh.
all
But
the
the
way
top door
across
is
it
actually open a crack.
is.
Oh, okay. We'll push
Upsies
open
it
this door.
is.
Uppies.
Only Lily is slim enough to slip through it, and she has to really hold her breath to do it.
Aw.
Good thing I didn't eat and bulk up today. I would have normally regretted that. Pyre, don't worry, I'll probably be okay. If I scream, I'll try and squish my way back out.
Alright.
But now you can open it from that side.
Well, it's a big old door.
This
I don't know if I'm
door
strong enough.
is wider than Lily is tall. These are monolithic slabs. On one half of the door, Lily, you can see from your side, the side in the hole was too eroded away to tell, but on your side, Lily, you can see a man wearing a gilded crown that seems to contain the sun, holding up a scepter. And on the other side, that tall lizard folk with the feathered headdress, surrounded by treasure, warriors, and women, holding up his own staff as the scepter's cross.
Though it's definitely some sort of alliance here, guys.
Mm-hmm, and probably we need a pair of scepters to open the door.
Well, they definitely promised the lizard man, like, riches for whatever he was doing.
Shame we definitely haven't seen a pair of scepters around here anywhere.
Damn, if we had just looked. I'm gonna look around this room.
Okay, so this door above is locked, as is
Okay.
this one, but the one on the far side over here is open, and all you can really tell is this is a very collapsing
Oh.
corridor. Like, you have to really wiggle your way through, and sometimes you have to, like, get down and just hold your breath as you hope there's an
Pyre,
opening
this
on the
is
other
so
side.
dangerous. Pyre, this is so dangerous.
But you managed to get through the door.
Squiz. I'm gonna communicate with Pyre with my mind. Not using the one that's actually cost spell slots.
Okay.
Well, no, not the big spell slots. I'm gonna use the baby spell slots to just, like, message Pyre rather than to,
Okay.
sending her. I made it to the other side, Pyre.
Very
There's a
good.
door.
Oh, speaking of sending,
Yeah.
Yeah.
hello, Miss Lily.
Oh yeah.
We wish to inquire if you want a enameled, engraved, or otherwise ornated cast iron home cooking and heat.
I would like to specify back in my message that engraved I think would be nice. I'm gonna send the message later. What did they?
Okay.
What can you send me what the sending was?
I will.
Perfect. And I'm going to keep slowly
just
making my way
imagine.
through. Just imagine.
Just imagine. Hello. We would like to contact you about your recent staff's extended warranty.
Oh no, spam psychic messengers.
Like, oh god damn it, it's spam senders.
That's very funny.
But I do believe that is all the focus I have got for today. The
Oh.
tide is now catching up.
Oh no.
Are we leaving on a cliffhanger to decide what will Lily find behind this door?
Find out
What's
next
behind door
time.
number?
Find out
This is
next
like door
time
number
on
27
Dragon Ball
or something.
Kai.
You know, I really thought you'd get through all this in one session.
We hoped we would.
I'm so dumb. Don't
Unfortunately,
forget,
we are
Pyre,
not really
only
the
I
most
can squeeze through
intelligent.
there.
Sorry, but the party's collective brain cell shaking has just left it a little confused.
I know, that's why I literally carved it on the wall in order.
Only Pyre can read those. They're
No, these ones
pictures.
were in giant pictograph depicting what would
There's
happen, which is why I
pictures.
narrated it for everyone.
Yeah,
No, that's completely fair.
that's fair.
Unfortunately, the dwarf was inflated with DGAF.
DGAF?
Didn't give a fuck.
He does that everywhere.
He does do that everywhere. It's a very dwarfish trait.
Dwarvish tway.
Okay, so, Pyre, why is there two Pyres?
One is following Lily Bear through her eyes.
Oh, so the viewer can see.
Oh, okay.
That's just the mini pyre on her shoulder.
Well, it still helps so that people can see. Don't worry,
Yeah.
Pyre. You light my way.
Don't worry, that
The
is just
thing
the.
is, Vix doesn't need to get Vix. Virgum doesn't need to go because he's got the eye of Vix, so he can see what she sees.
That is true.
Okay, fine. We're gonna... there. No. Copy.
Just fuse us
Paste.
together.
There we go. Lily, you feel your heart go doki doki a little faster as Feargum's looking out your chest.
I
Feargum,
don't
you
like
can only
that.
see straight ahead, you cannot see left or right.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of cleave.
And, Lily, Pyre, you are seeing through Lily's mind, but only when she mentally sends you the images, so it's more like you're flipping through, someone who had the shutter set to every 6 seconds.
Interesting.
I'm doing a lot psychically right now.
Lily, you will have a low headache for the duration of
Fine.
this.
I'm already
going to get some
exhausted just
sleep.
a little. Okie dokie.
I give huggies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, Grave had to go to sleep. But,
I'm still up to go for a little bit longer.
Well, I mean, that wouldn't really be very fair.
No, it wouldn't.
We did get off to a late start on this session, so I guess it's just a shorter session.
Yeah, I give
It's
huggies.
fair. Excuse me.
Okay.
I think it went well though. I mean, we are slow, but for us being slow, if we, you know,
Okay.
it would have been fine.
See you tomorrow, PB?
Yeah, see you tomorrow. What we
Okay.
were planning on doing stuff tomorrow. What were you planning to do again?
Nothing specifically. I was planning to do more art. I just figured I'd see you then.
Oh, yeah. I give headache. I give huggies.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Alright, for everyone. Hope everyone enjoyed the stream. Bye bye.